us for a break.
A boba break. I'm your host, Grace,
And I'm your co host, Sarah.
and today I believe we decided we were talking about burnout, right?
Yeah, like content creation, like the good and the bad. And yeah, really
I'm
getting into the burnout.
really getting into it since we've both experienced it recently. But
Yes.
before that, what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking water and a Coca Cola because my throat doesn't feel that great. I'm still getting over whatever kind of weird cold thing I had from flying. But yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, valid. I don't know if a Coke is helping, but whatever works for
It
you.
helps with the pain, like it's I'm lying to myself, okay? That's what it really is here.
Understandable. Okay.
What are you
Um,
drinking?
I have a chai tea latte with the
Ooh.
lavender cold foam.
Every time I hear somebody say chai tea latte now, all I can think of is your story about that guy that just got so mad. It's like,
So funny.
chai means tea.
Saying chai tea means tea tea. And now we just, my roommates and I, send each other pictures of chai tea and just say tea tea.
Tea
It's tea
tea.
tea. It is, it's tea tea.
Tea tea.
The lavender, though, is really, really good.
Mm,
Literally living for it.
honestly, as you should.
Now, speaking of roommates, I'm going to quiet down because she is home. Um, but we do have a small update on the roommate situation.
Yes, I'm ready for the tea.
Well, so first off, she in the last few days has gotten like extremely aggressive and like verbally abusive. So I wrote a big long email, and by big long, I mean it was paragraph on paragraph to the front office about it. Which also the front office lady asked if I was in law school because of how well it was written, and I think that's really funny. I had to be like, no, I just write smut for fun, so I'm good with my words.
I just
Oh my
read
god.
fan fiction in my spare time.
I just, enjoy making up fictional worlds and writing about them. So much
As
fun.
one does.
Of course. Just totally normal. Totally normal. Nobody
Yeah.
thinks it's weird. Not at all.
No, not at all.
Well, the front office got back to us and put a letter of compliance on her door. So basically, the letter is saying that if she doesn't like start being a good roommate, basically, if she doesn't stop like waking us up at awful hours and doesn't start doing her dishes and doesn't start breaking our things, that she's going to be kicked. And because we made this complaint, she can't resign, even if she does start to behave. Even even if she does. And she wanted to resign. We found out about that. She was resigning.
Oh God.
Yeah. So this was 2 days ago that the letter was put on her door. Maybe it was
Mhm.
yesterday. I think it was put on the door yesterday. Um, and this morning, I don't remember. This probably wasn't put in the last episode, but my other roommate put a lock on the plug of her toaster oven because she doesn't want the other roommate using it. And we all have keys except for the other roommate, Karen.
Yeah.
That was the name we gave her.
Oh, yeah.
And
Aaron, yes.
yes, Karen. And um at first we thought that Karen had just like kind of like messed with the lock with a pair of scissors, but it turns out that she actually put super glue in the lock hole, so we can't unlock it.
What is wrong with your roommate?
Right?
Oh my God.
Which is crazy, immediately breaking that whole thing. And so my roommate, whose toaster oven it is, I don't remember what name we gave her, so give me 1 second. I wrote him down in my notes, so it's fine. Let's see. Okay, Lucy.
Lucy. Okay.
That's the name I gave her. Lucy, my other roommate, is really upset about it, like angry, crying, upset. She's so pissed.
As she should be.
And
Like,
she
oh.
wrote another email just about this incident,
Mhm.
as well as the incident where she was like leaving like very vulgar notes, which I also didn't say in the podcast because this happened after. She was leaving very vulgar notes after my roommate Lucy had put a note saying that it was no longer communal because
Mm.
she was like basically breaking it.
Yeah.
And she went down to the office earlier and was just so pissed. like Lucy, she went to the office and she was like, this just happened. Like, this is what's happening. We're done. Like, this is the final straw. And so I don't think that we really need any more proof. I think she's going to get kicked.
Honestly, as it should be, because she is literally, in my opinion, the definition of a nightmare roommate, like the worst possible roommate you can have. Like, she doesn't clean up after herself. She's very disrespectful, and she very much tries to put herself at like the center of everything, and very much just like, oh my God, I'm the victim in this situation. Like, that's not cool.
Right? It's literally so annoying. And my coworker was over at my house earlier. Um and she saw like the note and like the glue and the lock and all of that. So that was interesting. Um I just hope that she gets kicked though. We're really done. And I also didn't say this. I don't remember. Did I tell you about the power thing? The breaker
Yeah.
situation? So for those of you who don't know, we all got into a fight the other night because she was messing with the breaker and broke it and like flipped the switches so that all the power was off in all of our rooms. So that was fun too. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
updates.
It's a wild situation, and it's one of those things where it's like you guys went from like the roommate that was there before was so good, and then it's just like night and day with the roommate that you guys have now that kind of like took over that room. It's just is wild to me.
Right? It's like a complete 360, completely different.
Yeah. Well, hopefully there's enough now that, the leasing office is just like, you gotta go. You can't stay here.
Right? By the next episode, I should have a definite, like, this is what's happening.
Yes. Just a full episode of us being like, "Oh, hallelujah."
No, literally. We throw
Late
a
night
little
boba
party.
break. We actually are just taking shots in the next, boba break.
Just shots to self.
It'll be
Like,
perfect.
what are you drinking? Ah, tequila.
Oh my god. I'll get some soju. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's great. Yeah, I felt that. I'm so tired too.
I was trying to not yawn.
Oh, it sounded like a really audible sigh.
I think it was kinda like a sigh because I was just like I was trying to deep breathe so I wouldn't yawn. Because if I start yawning, I'm not gonna stop. I know how I am.
Oh God. Well, I
Well,
guess this is a good point to segue
I
in.
was gonna say, speaking of being tired, no, but really, so I took a month-long break from any content creation. I was still active on social media, but I didn't do any type of content creation for exactly a month. I came back and I did a stream after break, but I did take my full month of a break because I the last day that I streamed a little over a month ago, I was so burnt out that I don't know if anybody could tell, but at the end of my stream, I was so emotionally exhausted that I started crying on stream. And I have never done that before. Even when I was a face cam streamer, even when things were hard as a face cam streamer, and even now as being a VTuber, never have I ever cried on stream unless it's been like from laughing too much or because I played like a scary game. But I've never cried out of like exhaustion and frustration before. And I even ended my stream early. It was bad. It was really bad. And I honestly, after I ended that stream, there was part of me that was like, I kind of want to retire as a VTuber. I kind of want to not do content creation anymore because I didn't realize at the time, but I was so burnt out that the thought of having to do more content creation, more streams was so overwhelming and was making me cry more. And I was just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, no, I've had plenty of like streams where I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I never want to stream again. And then I go, oh my God, I put so much money into this. I can't just stop. That's the only thing that saved me from quitting a few times.
Which is very valid. And I feel the same way. But I think also something that helps too is when I start this is what I call it. I my catastrophizing part of my brain, when it starts, I have to just step away from making any major decisions because I will make the worst decision possible in any given moment if I am like in that part of my brain. So I just had to be like, okay, we're just going to step away. We're going to take a break. And when I'm in a better mental space, I will make a decision about whether I want to stream or not again.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best decision you can make too. I mean, so just quitting on the spot. Who was it? Okay, I had a friend before I met you who was a streamer, and he had like 600, 700 followers. And after one stream that went bad, he deleted his entire Twitch because he was just done. And like a few days later, he came back and he was like, I really wish I hadn't done that.
Yeah. That's like the biggest advice I could ever give to anybody who's going through anything even close to burnout and they're a content creator is step away. Don't delete your shit. Just step away, take a break. Go touch grass because that's what I had to do. Go touch grass and then come back and decide what you want to do. Because I think that really was what it was like for me too. Sorry. What were you going to say?
No, you're good. The mic is picking up my breathing at ungodly levels, and I really don't know how to stop that. That was literally just a breath. I don't know why I did that.
um but yeah, I was going to say that I so really for me what was happening is I started focusing really 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 heavy on numbers and I like my viewership ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'll have like 25 plus viewers. Sometimes I'll have 3 viewers. And my last couple streams, I think it also had a lot to do with just the mental space that I was in and that reflecting onto my content. I was averaging like 2 or 3 viewers. And it was affecting me so badly that I was just like I was getting angry at myself because I was like I need to be a more entertaining content creator. I need to be a better content creator because obviously like there's something wrong with what I'm doing that like people aren't coming to streams.
Yeah. I mean, I got like that a lot in the beginning. But also when I first started streaming, I was not in the best place mentally. I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty fucked up in the head. Um, and as I grew, like even with just like other mental health things, it wasn't as bad. So also I think that if you are in a bad place mentally, maybe not streaming is a good idea because I feel like it
Yes.
just like adds on to the pressure and the stress that comes with just day-to-day life already.
It honestly does. Like for me, I think the biggest thing is I stream because I enjoy it. I really enjoy entertaining other people and I enjoy having, kind of like a little audience, like a little it's like a non-private VC. So people can just interact with you. People can, give their input and stuff as you playing whatever game you're playing.
Yeah, I just really enjoy people watching me play games, and I just have fun chatting with people.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy chatting with myself, so I don't have the
Same.
like it's not the worst when there's nobody in chat because I can talk to myself or I do talk to myself. If I'm playing a video game and I'm not even streaming, I'm talking to myself. I'm making
Me
comments.
too.
My roommate's like, "Are you streaming?" I'm like, "No, no, I'm just being weird, just talking to myself."
Just being myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't streamed since I mean, obviously we streamed for my birthday for on my channel, but like I haven't sat down and done a stream like on my channel with my PC since December or like the beginning of January. And as forced as this hiatus was, I think it was very much needed.
That's very fair.
Yeah, it was very forced. But I've as much as I've enjoyed being gone though, I've felt really left out of the growth that's been happening with you and our friend group
Yeah.
because I don't have much that I can do with y'all right now, which I try not to like. I know it's not your guys' fault. I don't want you guys to stop hanging out just because I can't. That's crazy. That's crazy behavior. Um, But sometimes I just feel a little bad. Sometimes I have to mute your guys' streams when you guys are streaming together because I'm like, oh, I can't.
I think that's definitely fair because it's one of those things too that I think like or at least for me, I can't speak for other people, but I know that like sometimes when I want to plan collabs and stuff, for a second I'm like, "Oh my god, I need to invite Grace to this." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't because she doesn't have a PC right now to be able to do the collab with." So, it's kind of sad because it's one of those things where, like especially because I knew you from the start of me being a VTuber, so I experienced a lot of my early growth with having you like right there and us doing a lot of collabs together. So to go from that to like I kind of doing my own thing and like it's very different now. It's very bittersweet.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I am literally going crazy without a PC now that it's been like 3 months, and I'm just like dying to have it back. But I should be able to have a PC within the next 2 weeks.
Oh my god, yes. Emo
I
return stream,
need
that'll be great.
right? I'm so excited. I need 400 more dollars, and I just got cashed out for my accident. So,
Ooh.
yeah, I got paid a
Sweet.
hefty sum.
Yes, perfect.
Yes, which I've also bought some art with that as well. Speaking of streaming, I know we're talking about burnout, but now I gotta talk about this. I have an artist right now doing a starting soon, be right back, and ending screen. It's the same artist that did like my pixel animation. And it's gonna be like little animated starting soon, be right back, and ending screens. And I'm so excited for them.
That's gonna be so cute.
I'm so excited. I'm not burnt out anymore. I just want to get back to it.
I definitely yeah, I was gonna say after my month-long break, I definitely am at a place where like I had a stream earlier today about it was a couple hours ago and it was only a couple hours long, but doing that stream, it was one of the best streams I had in a while. And it wasn't like it was my top viewership stream. It wasn't like any of those things. I wasn't getting a ton of subscriptions or anything like that, but I was playing a game that I enjoyed and I wasn't worried too much about whether or not other people were going to enjoy the game. I kind of was able to get into a headspace where I'm like, I enjoy this game. And because I enjoy this game and I'm enjoying myself, other people are going to enjoy the stream. Um and so it just made it really enjoyable. And I think that's kind of like what I was missing out on before I took my break is the understanding that I can do things that make me happy. And if I'm focused so much on what other people are going to want, then it's going to reflect negatively in what I do because I'm not having fun.
Yeah, I think that's a really important piece is having fun. People who are forcing themselves to stream, it can be hard to watch. And your viewers can definitely feel it when things like that start to happen. Um,
Yeah.
I know that like any vibe that a streamer is giving, like the viewers can feel it. You have to be pretty good at hiding it to be able to hide it.
Honestly, that is what so something that I realized after so Valorant. I love playing Valorant. Valorant's really fun. I have realized after the like handful of streams that I have done playing Valorant on stream, I can't do that because playing Valorant and streaming makes me so emotionally overwhelmed that I get irritated. And then I start losing viewership because people can tell that I'm irritated. And people don't want to watch somebody that's super irritated. Like, it's not, I mean, maybe some people do. Maybe it's entertaining to them. But I feel like a majority of the people that watch me are not watching me because they want to see me or hear me be very irritated and upset and just like not really enjoying myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can play Valorant on stream just because the game, while it does upset me sometimes, most of the time I just think it's really funny.
Which is fair. I think, I don't know. The game also just overwhelms me because I'm not good at
I
it.
mean, that's valid. That's so valid. I have no idea what I'm gonna be like playing that game back when I get back. Like, have I lost all my skills? Am I still gonna be
No, you're
okay?
gonna be great. You're gonna be fine.
Oh god, I highly doubt that, I'm gonna be honest. Oh my gosh. Ugh. This isn't the first
Um,
time I've taken a hiatus either. Let's see, what was the first time I took a hiatus when I went to Japan. and
Oh, yeah.
that was 3 months, so it's really pretty much the same amount of time. But
Yeah,
I
it's
really
fine.
wasn't active on social media either when I was in Japan because I was busy,
Mhm.
um,
Enjoying Japan.
literally enjoying Japan. And then I think I did take a shorter hiatus one time before that, which was,
Yeah.
like, a few weeks because I was just tired and mentally not okay, and I was living alone and, like, life happens, you know? But
Yeah.
each time that I get burnt out, I just take a break. At first, it was hard because, like, what if I, like, lose everyone? But the people that actually wanna watch you are gonna stay with you, and those that don't would have
It's very
only
true.
watched you for the amount of time that you were taking a hiatus and would have dropped off anyway. So who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah, that's definitely a worry that I had before I made the announcement that I was going on a month-long break because I was like, "Oh, I'm totally gonna lose, like, the viewership that I do have. I'm gonna lose followers." And I did lose followers, but I think during the break, I kind of came to terms with the fact that if people just don't want to wait for your return, they're not going to, and it's better to not have those kinds of people in your, um, like, in your community.
Right. I
It's
definitely
kinda
lost some followers too, but I've also gained so many for some reason that I'm, like, gonna be coming back with, like, 20 more followers than I left with, which I'm not sure
that's really
why.
nice. Yeah. Well, I know that you get shouted out a lot too, like, when you're in people's chats, which I think is something very important as a streamer, being active in your friends' communities, but that also could have something to do with it.
Right? Yeah, so I left when I was like, had just hit 400. So it was, like, 403 or 404, and I currently have 439, which there's another one in there since the last few days, so
Yes, let's go.
which is interesting, but, you know, fun.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to, like, talking about the being active in friends communities because when I was thinking about, like, ways that I could grow and stuff, I one of the biggest ways that I thought of growing was you just grow naturally when you're a part of the whole, like, VTuber community as a whole. And it doesn't mean that you're taking advantage of your friends. It doesn't mean that you're using your friends for followers, for viewership, but it does mean that you understand how networking works and you don't have to feel bad about gaining more community members because you support your friends. And that's something that I also had to learn as well because I had a lot of guilt at first whenever I would come into friend streams and I would be like, "Ooh, I should definitely like be interacting with their streams and stuff because this could help me grow." I had a lot of guilt about it because I was like, "Wow, this is a really shitty thing to do." And I kind of had to get over that because everybody does it. It's not a bad thing. And it's not selfish to do either. I mean, being like, "You should come to my stream instead," that's selfish. But
Yeah, don't bring up your stream in their chat, but when you interact with friends' streams, more often than not, you'll see viewers from your own channel if they're people that you're really close with, and you can interact with your viewers that way as they're viewing your friend's stream, and your friends might
yes.
give you shout outs, which I think it's important to shout out your friends that come into your stream because friends want you to grow. Friends aren't gonna hog your their viewers as their own. And I think a really toxic view of like streamer and viewer is like a one person relationship, if that makes sense. So like viewers can have more than one streamer that they adore, but
Yeah.
some streamers believe that their viewers are their viewers, you know, which is really I'm talking about someone very specific too that I know knew.
You know, something that's so speaking of like, having viewers that like view other friends' streams. So I'm sure that if this particular person that I has said multiple times that they have found other streamers because of my stream, but so this person has watched my streams since the very beginning, since my very first stream. They have only missed one of my streams and it wasn't even their fault. They even apologized for it and I was like, "Dude, your grandmother died. Like it is not your fault. I promise you."
Oh my god, who are
Um,
you talking about? You could, like,
um
message me or
yeah,
something.
yeah, I'll message you.
I'm so curious.
Oh my god, hold on. I'll message you right now.
The keyboard. Oh! Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, I remember talking about that.
Yeah, so, like, this person has been a member of my community, my VTubing community, since the very beginning, and they're a person who I would consider a really good chat member and a very supportive chat member, if that makes sense. And something that's really cool is when I go into my friends' streams, even if I haven't rated them, if I just go into their streams randomly and I see that this person is in my friends' chat actually supporting that stream, and I'm just like, that's so fucking cool that like somebody that started watching me found other streamers through me and is now able to support them and help kind of grow that community as well. I don't know. There's something really cool about that. And it's weird to see the way that it works, but also super exciting.
Yeah. I love sharing my community with other people. One thing I don't really understand is people that don't raid at the end of their streams.
Yeah, it is wild to me because it's not something that takes a lot of effort. And I think it also, I don't know, I think it reflects a lot on your like what kind of personality you show to people of like whether you read out or not because it's something that's so simple. It takes no time at all. It doesn't take a lot of energy. And it's not like it costs anything for you to be like, "Hey guys, we're ending stream, so I'm going to send you over to somebody else that's playing either something similar or somebody that I think you guys would like." Like it doesn't take that much effort. So to not do it is kind of wild to me.
Yeah, and on top of that, going the other way around, I feel like a lot of people get really dissuaded when they get a raid and get no followers, no subs, or anything from it. Um, or like when people leave their stream right after a raid. It's just raids are a great way to get viewers, and you only have like a certain number of seconds to captivate people who come in from a raid because they've already watched someone else's full stream. Like it's not always likely that they're gonna sit through yours as well.
This is true.
But sometimes they'll drop a follow and then pop back in for your next one.
Mhm.
Don't ever take it to heart because they're just people moving through. It's fine. It's not a big
Yeah. I mean, I even from experience, like I've gotten raids before of like 30 people and then I had maybe 3 or 4 people follow. So it's no guarantee that a raid is going to get you more followers, but if it does, that's really freaking cool. But if not, they at least know your name, and I think that's it's fine, honestly.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, because a lot of these things I'm speaking from experience in the way of like I haven't always felt these things. Like I never felt that it was particularly bad if I don't get follows from a raid,
Mhm.
but I've had streamer friends who come to me after and they're like, I had a raid and nobody followed me. I must suck. And it's like that's not really the case. Like
Yeah.
somebody brought you their community, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna stay.
I honestly think something that I have thought of before too, and, like, I've never felt bad if, like, I didn't get any follows from a raid because that's happened plenty. Of like getting a raid, you get no follows or anything, and maybe sometimes the people in the raid don't even really interact in chat. That's fine. But something that I've also like come to realize is that you could have somebody that's never even watched your stream before and just maybe finds you off of like they're like searching for people playing similar games, or maybe they followed you but just never were able to catch a stream. So they're like, "Oh, I'll raid into this person for whatever reason." And the way that your community is maybe isn't the same way their community is, and maybe the people in their community just don't care for the vibes. And it's not like a bad thing. It's just there are definitely different vibes for different streamers.
Yeah, and you definitely need to think about two vibes. Like you don't want to mix communities in the way of like mixing different vibes. If you just want everyone to follow your stream, you're going to have a community of a lot of clashing personalities. It's
Yes.
kind of best to just have people follow you that like your personality. And I'm going to be honest, most of my followers are all in the like a very specific category of people.
Mine are
um,
too.
I see a lot of like similar personalities, which isn't a bad thing. It's actually better to have similar personalities because then you all get along. If you have a bunch of different
Yeah.
personalities that don't mesh well, you're gonna have a lot of moderation to do. You're gonna have a lot of
Oh my
moderation to
god,
do.
yes. That is something that I really I know that I take it for granted sometimes, but I really enjoy the fact that so when I first started streaming, I guess this is where I should start. When I first started streaming as a VTuber, I had not yet built my community in a way where it was reflective of my personality. So it was a lot of people that had never seen me stream before that were in chat, and I didn't have a lot of rules set up, and it was absolute chaos. And I remember when we sat down together because we were kind of having the same issue of people not having kind of like basic courtesy in our chats and having to come up with a list of rules of like, hey, this is what our personalities are and this is what we're okay with and not okay with. And I did lose followers for that. And I also lost a lot of my viewership at the time. But then I built back up a viewership that contained a lot of people who understood what my rules were and also understood my personality and were reflective of my personality. So it's kind of, I think, okay if viewership purges happen sometimes because sometimes it's for the best.
Yeah, there were some people very, very ingrained into our communities that I legit
Yes.
thought were never leaving. I thought that's just how it was now, even when I
Yeah.
tried. But look, completely purged.
Yes. It's great.
And I think it's hard also because you and me are okay with different things, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm okay with, like, flirting in chat as long as it's not excessive.
Mhm.
There is a line. It's a fine line, but there's a line. Um, and I feel like people just don't understand where that line is even after making it
Yes.
clear because they see one person flirt and they go, "Oh, I'm taking it 2 steps further. I'm gonna test to see where this is." And
Yeah.
it's hard to be in the moment, be like, "Hey, I'm not okay with that. Let's not do that."
Yeah.
But I've kind of after this break, and I think when I come back, I've really had my tolerance to people just destroyed due to people in my life right
Very
now.
fair.
My patience when it comes to these things is long gone.
Yeah. This is very
Um,
understandable.
and while I have to start understanding myself that while it can be a little embarrassing to call people out, it shouldn't be embarrassing for me. It should be embarrassing for them because they crossed a line.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've just kind of started being okay with just banning people that don't mesh well with me.
Yeah. I will say too, I don't know if it's because of the amount of friends that I've made where I've seen them just be able to be super comfortable with being like, don't do that in my chat. Or like, okay, you did this thing in my chat, so I'm banning you. After having so many friends that are just so okay and comfortable in their communities that they can do that and not think twice about it, I think it maybe it's rubbed off on me a little bit, but I also am the kind of person now where if somebody's doing something in chat, I'm gonna be like, hey, you need to cut that shit out, or it's just automatically a ban depending on what it is.
Yeah, there are some things that are an auto ban, like no questions asked, like it was in the rules. It's a very clear line, like don't
Yes,
do
I
that.
will say I had a situation where that happened very recently.
Oh, damn.
I think you know this because you ended up messaging me about it. I mean, it wasn't super recently. I think it was like a month, 2 months ago maybe.
Oh my god, I
But,
messaged you about it? What?
yes, you'll remember when I start telling the story. But
Okay.
there was somebody that came into my community before. And so to be in my chat on Twitch, you have to say okay to the rules. And one of the very first rules says that you have to be 18 or older
Ah,
in order to be part of the community.
yes.
So this person was in my chat. They had followed me. They were in my chat. They were like being super nice and they were like, "Are you solo queuing? Are you allowing, like viewers to be in your like in your cues or whatever?" He basically wanted to duo. And I was like, "You know what? Why not?" So I let him come in and be part of, my game for Valorant. And then he became a part of like the community and everything. He became a part of other friends' communities and everything was okay, chill for a while. I did have to say multiple times to this person, "Hey, you are making people uncomfortable, myself included. You cannot flirt with people the way you do because it is uncomfortable, it's unsettling, and you are coming across as creepy." And they weren't really listening, I'm gonna be honest, but
No, not at all.
the yeah, yeah, they were not listening at all. They were not very receptive at all to what I said. Um, and so they were really active in another friend's community at this point. and I hadn't really heard too much from this person. They were kind of they were kind of sometimes in my chat, sometimes in my Discord, but it wasn't as much as before. And one day I'm streaming and I get a message, or I think you, Grace,
Hmm.
actually said something in my chat. You were like, "Hey, when you get the chance, can you check your DMs maybe after stream?" But I had gotten a DM from you, and I had also gotten a DM from this friend, and so I had opened up the one from this friend first, and it was this whole long paragraph about how this person that was in our communities was crossing boundaries and flirting with people who were very much older than them. And then she was like, and yeah, this person is a minor. And I said, I beg your finest pardon. This person is a what?
A child flirting with adults in our chats
Yeah, this person was like 16, 17 years old, which
is still a
I
minor.
don't want ever for somebody to try to argue with me. And they're basically an adult. They're a child. They're a child. They're under 20. They're a child.
Yeah, I didn't feel like an adult until this most recent birthday, and even now is a little iffy, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. But, so I was like, "Wait, are you actually serious?" And she was like, "Yeah, he is in my Discord bragging about how, like, he was 17," because she said that he was in the Discord bragging about how he was gonna be 18 in, like, half a year, and so it didn't really matter that he was flirting with adults because he was basically an adult, and I was like, "That's really icky, that's really uncool." So I ended up asking you, I believe, to ban him from everything?
Yeah, I offered. I said, "Hey." Yeah, it was right around that time when I started getting real funky with that ban hammer. I was having fun with it. I've just been banning people from your server whenever they're inappropriate.
Yeah, there was definitely an itch to press the ban hammer, you know? But so he was banned from my Twitch, from my Discord, and immediately almost he messages me this long paragraph about how he's super depressed now, he's super upset, how he didn't know what the rules were and they should have been more clear. And I did respond back to him and I said, "Hey, I understand your frustration, but I also want you to see it from this perspective. In order to be in my Twitch chat, you had to read the rules and agree to them. To be a member of my Discord, before you can even see any of the text chats, you have to read the rules and agree to them." And I was like,
Literally.
it is not my responsibility to make sure you're reading the rules because there are things in place to make sure you're reading them before you click OK. If you decide not to read them before clicking OK, that is on you.
And that's why you got
That is
banned.
not my fault. And he was like, "Well, I hope that there's a way that after I turn 18, you would let me back into your community." And I straight up was like, "No, you can't come back into the community because you've already broken the trust that I had for every single person. You've broken my trust for you. And it's not going to come back automatically when you turn 18 because how do I know you're going to follow the other rules for my stream and for my Discord?"
And if he was that flirty with adults as a minor, imagine how flirty he would get now that he, quote unquote, was legal.
Right. Which is one of my big things was don't make people uncomfortable. This is supposed to be a safe space for everybody. So that was also one of the reasons that he got banned. But the biggest reason is because he was a minor, pretending, at least in my community, to be an adult.
I
And I
remember
had
him
to
saying he
learn.
was 21 once. So,
Yeah, he did say that. He said that in my chat, in my stream.
yeah, no, literally straight lied to your face.
Yeah, which, like, for me anyways, like, if I don't know if somebody is an adult or not, I'm not going to flirt with them because it's weird, and there's always a chance that there's somebody pretending to be an adult when they're a child.
Mhm.
Um, but I was like, that is very uncool, and it can put people in a really awkward spot if you lie to them about your age. If you're like, "Oh, I'm fully an adult. I'm, like, 21 years old," and you're a child.
Yeah, it's really uncomfortable for the adults, and we
Yeah.
could get in trouble for that personally. I mean,
Yes.
we never did anything like that, like, we never
No,
flirted back or anything, but
absolutely not.
I don't think anyone did. I think he just took it to a point that was so uncomfortable that
Yeah.
nobody did it anyway.
I
Um,
mean, to be fair, I also was, like, in love with somebody else already at the time, but
I pretty much specifically flirt with my close female friends.
Yeah,
Men make
this is
me
true.
uncomfortable. There's a few men that I don't mind them flirting with me because I know they're chill, all right? I do have a few viewers and I'm like, "Hey, he's here." Makes one of my mods uncomfortable though. You know which mod I'm talking about. He always just wants to ban
Yes,
everybody who even, like, says even
I
one
know.
flirty word. Speaking of that mod, I sent him a video on TikTok and he liked it. He didn't even say
Oh,
lame or, like, already seen it. He liked it.
the tides are turning. I haven't heard from this person. I know who you're talking about. I have not heard from this person in forever.
Girl, I haven't heard from him really either. I just occasionally, literally like once a month, send him a TikTok. It's usually about cats, and usually he replies with already seen it, do better.
That's funny.
But I think
Yeah,
he
no,
maybe hadn't
honestly,
seen that one.
it's crazy because, like, okay, so sometimes, like, when you would write into me, he would stay for my stream sometimes. But since you have been streaming, I have not seen this man once.
I hear
Not
from
once.
him from his girlfriend.
Yeah,
That's about
a
it.
beautiful soul. I love her.
Oh, I love her too. She's literally the most precious. We love. She has made me a birthday gift of art for both of my birthdays that I've known her.
And it was so cute too. I've only seen the
Right?
one, I haven't seen the other one.
The other one was like a art piece that was announcing like my birthday stream. So
Oh,
it's on
I
Twitter
love
somewhere.
that. Somewhere very far back.
Yeah. So speaking of
Speaking
Twitter, wait, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say though, speaking of this person in particular, I feel so bad for her. And like, I'm not gonna share her business, but what I can say is like there are things that she's going through with like her Twitter and with her streaming. I don't know if she's still going through them or not, or whether these people have left her alone, but she basically was being harassed by these people and just like seeing how upset and uncomfortable it made her. I was just like, this is they are one of the kindest people I have ever met in my entire life, and it made me so angry that, like, she was being treated this way.
Yeah, the whole thing with her, the raffle that she did too, was really upsetting to me.
Yes.
Like, imagine getting so much free art and just like being like, well, okay, whatever.
Right, just, like, being
Crazy.
ungrateful that you won free art.
Right?
Why did you even join the raffle then? That's
Right?
crazy.
Because she literally put examples. There was literally
She did.
examples.
I think the thing is too that this person is so kind and people really do take their kindness for granted and kind of try to walk all over her, and she doesn't deserve it at all.
Not at all. Ooh, that was my chair. I don't know if you heard that.
I did hear that.
This is a new chair and it's already doing weird things.
Oh no, it is a new chair. I forgot you got a new one.
Yeah, I did. I don't, but you know, I might sell it and actually get like an actual gaming chair with like the little footrest. Maybe.
Don't get a gaming chair, they're a waste of money.
But I can't find anything comfortable.
I'll send you a link to the chair that I got.
I need something to put my feetsies on, dude. If my feet are on the floor, I'm
That's
upset.
why that's why you gotta get okay, listen, I have like a little footrest, and it's just a memory foam footrest that sits on the ground, but it raises your feet off the ground.
Oh, I need my feet to be. I need my knees to be to my chest. I need to be up. My feet need to be up.
That is not good posture. That's crazy.
I know. Yeah, I'm looking like Elle from from Death Note, sitting there, just like.
People ask you to a posture check, you're like all the way pretzeled up. You're like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." And you move like a slightest inch.
So I've mentioned this before, but I work at a massage place. Um, and one of the massage therapists came up the other day and he like grabs my shoulders and I immediately feel his body cringe and he goes, "How are you living like this?" And so then he proceeds to like give me like the most deep tissue shoulder rub of my life that when he leaves, I feel lightheaded. I'm like, whoa, I'm
There's
ascending.
actually good blood flow.
I know, like no pain in my shoulders. I'm like,
Oh my god.
you know, it's bad when a massage therapist is like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
So you need better posture.
I also found out the same massage therapist is the same age as me. We're
Oh,
both
okay.
21. And I was like, this man's is 21?
Budding romance?
Ooh, definitely not. Actually, no,
Never mind.
he's fine. No, he's fine. It's just men and, like, relationships.
Are you sure you just don't like women?
I don't like things at all.
Yeah, I know.
I'm good.
It's funny that me having that conversation with myself. Are you sure you just don't like women?
Yeah, I mean, women are great, but
Turns out I like everybody.
it turns out I like nobody.
Polar opposites.
We really are. My god. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. Fun. Wow.
Oh my god. First, full circle, I didn't even finish talking about my burnout. That's crazy. Um,
Sorry.
it spiraled.
Anyway, I'm okay.
Um,
I'm leaving that in.
honestly, as you should. Um, I was just gonna say, uh, kind of going back to the burnout. So when I first started feeling the burnout, I didn't know that's what it was. And even when I was trying to decide whether I wanted to take a break or just quit, I still couldn't I still was not figuring out that it was burnout. It wasn't until I had a conversation with one of one of my friends, who you also know. But I had a conversation with him and I was like, this is what I'm experiencing right now. And I just don't really know what to do. And I was like, everything is overwhelming. And we ended up having a chat over VC. And he was like asking me why I felt the way I felt, and I told him how I felt after my collab that I did, which is the last stream I did before my break. And one of the big things he told me is, one, I'm pretty sure you're going through burnout because of what you said. He's like, everybody goes through it, it's fine. And then he said, two, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think that you had to stream that collab. And I was like, you're absolutely right. And at first, I like for a second, I was like kind of a little bit hurt. I was like, "Oh, you don't think I should have streamed?" But then I realized what he's saying is like, so the person that hosted the collab that I was in is a much bigger streamer than I am. They have, I think, close to or over 1,500 followers, and in comparison, I am right under 300 followers on Twitch. So there were a lot of people involved in this collab, and a lot of viewership was split. And as somebody who is a smaller creator, I was not going into the collab thinking I'm not going to have a lot of viewership because there are bigger streamers that are streaming this. I went into the collab just thinking, oh, I'm going to have a good time. But then it became a thing of like, oh, nobody's watching me. And I, again, was thinking that it was because of there being something wrong with me. And I was not thinking about the fact that it was because I was a smaller streamer. And we kind of talked back and forth about it. And I was like, honestly, you're right. And I don't know why I get into my head that anytime I collab with somebody, I have to be streaming because it's not true.
Not at
I can
all.
just have a good time.
I've done
And
that multiple times.
yeah. And the thing is, when you collab with somebody that's a bigger streamer, if you just sit back and have a good time, people are going to know about you because of the bigger streamers stream.
Yeah.
So you're still going to be noticed and people are still going to be like, "Oh, this person is here." And I think it just takes a lot of stress off to be like, "Okay, I'm going to let the bigger streamers handle the streaming for this collab and I'm just going to have a good time."
Yeah, and they'll still see your personality, and if they decide that your personality fits what they like to watch, they'll still follow you. Like, it's
Yeah,
because usually they'll put, even if you're not streaming, they're at, oh my gosh, I just had a stroke. You're at in their title or
exactly.
like a collab command.
That's true. Um but yeah, and I was thinking about that, and then I was also talking to this friend about how I was focusing really hard on the fact that my viewership was really low for a while and the fact that I wasn't growing in numbers. So when I started streaming, I would say that for somebody that had no numbers at all, really, I my growth was very exponential in the very beginning of my streaming career. And now that I'm like 6 months in almost, no, it's over 6 months. It's over
Oh,
6 months,
damn,
but
really?
I'm pretty sure October, November, December, January, February, March. April? Yeah, we're going into the 7th month of me being a streamer.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm almost at 2 years.
Oh my god.
I know.
Let's freaking go.
It's crazy.
Um, but my growth has definitely slowed a lot. So I reached my first 200 followers, I would say, in my first 4 months of streaming, and after that, I mean, like I said, I have not hit 300 followers yet, and my growth in terms of followers on my other social media accounts has also been extremely slow lately. And I let it get to me a lot and I let it affect me. And I think that there were other external factors that I don't want to like fully bring up, but I will say there were things that were said about me that I know were said about me by people who I will just say are not wishing the best for me. That definitely affected my view of myself for a little bit too. Um, and we just kind of talked through that. And this person that I was in VC with, he's kind of like a tough love kind of person. He's like, I'm going to be real with you. He's like, shit's going to be hard sometimes. He's like, but it also can be good when you let it be good. And if you focus on things like growth and numbers, you are never going to be happy with streaming. And I was like, you know what? It's such a simple thing to realize, but it's so true.
He's so real for
And
that.
he honestly, he really is. Like, I love this person. Like, he very much has a different personality type than me because I would never have gone about talking to somebody the way that he did with this subject, but the way that he does is very straightforward and it's very eye-opening. If you're willing to listen and willing to be receptive of what he says, he's very well-spoken and he's very straightforward and he's very helpful and you kind of getting through like roadblocks, especially if you are a content creator and that's kind of where your problems lie.
Yeah.
So he's real. I met him on vacation when I was in California,
I
and
can't even, like I can't even figure out who you're talking about. I have multiple people in my head that this could very possibly be. You gotta
I'll
message me
message
who this
you.
is. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
yeah, you're good.
but yeah, he has just that type of personality, and I will say that if this was 6 months ago, 7 months ago, before I started streaming, if somebody had approached me the same way, I would not have been receptive to it, but I definitely know personally that I have grown a lot in terms of maturity and also just in terms of being willing to accept criticism and being willing to accept that somebody's going to call me out on my bullshit.
Yeah, he really will.
um,
I don't know him that well, but he definitely gives the call you on your bullshit type.
he very much is. And he will even say it too. He's like, I'm going to call people on their bullshit. But he's like, I feel like I don't explain his personality very well because I feel like people on the outside looking in are going to think like, oh, this person's a jerk. He's really not. Even though he's very straightforward, very much like a, hey, shit sucks, but it's okay. He doesn't do it in a condescending way. He does it in a very much like, I love you and I want the best for you, but I don't want you to lie to yourself or deceive yourself because it's going to be worse for you in the end.
Yeah.
He's very much a tough love friend, but in a way that is helpful.
Some people really need it. Other people will
Yeah,
crumble at tough love like that, but some people
mhm,
need it.
that's true.
Like, I could not handle tough love, like, 2 or 3 years ago. I would have literally
Same.
immediately gone into to, like, depressive mode, like
Yeah. Oh, same. I would have blamed myself. I would have been like, "Oh my god, I'm a terrible person. Like, I should just give up everything." But now I'm like, "No, I understand. You're right.
You're right, you're
I
right.
am on my bullshit."
I am on my bullshit.
Oh my god. It's great. Okay, so this person too, I think we should say this. This person is going to be on an episode of the podcast at some point in the near future.
Yes, we will have another episode on some sort of content creation and all that. Something a little more in-depth than
Yes.
this.
It's gonna be more, I think, about like what started um, each of us into content creation and why we do it, and kind of like advice and stuff. I think that's more what that episode is going to be focusing on.
I'm gonna have to interrupt this really quick with a little side note.
Okay.
My mom has been sending me pictures of Suki, my dog,
Oh my
And
god, I love
every
Suki.
time that she sends me a picture, I make it a sticker and resend it to her as a sticker.
We love that, we love
I
that.
just put the word sticker, and she goes, "Please stop."
No.
Yeah,
No.
I wonder if I could send the stickers in Discord,
I
'cause
wonder.
I know that it's like a maybe not.
Mm,
Mm, no, I'll text it to you though, 'cause they're so funny.
okay.
I think I sent you
I love them. I love the stickers you send me.
oh my gosh, I haven't sent you any of the ones of Suki, hold on. Jesus, I've sent a few, let's see, this
I
one.
wonder I wonder if the audience will be able to hear my soda. It wasn't as crispy as I thought it was going to be, never mind.
That sounded like an atomic bomb, actually. An atomic
Never
bomb
mind.
just went off into your mic.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I sent you all the stickers I have of Suki so far. And I'm just gonna,
Now
like,
I have to look
start
at them.
sending it in, like, random intervals, just mid-conversation.
Yeah. Oh my god! The one of her cheesing and laying down, that is so cute.
She's so cute. Oh my god. And I'm good I sent one to my, work group chat with no context at all, the one at the very bottom, the the one of her smiling.
Oh my god, it's the best one.
It really is. Oh my god. You're welcome for that.
Oh my god.
Oh, you wanna know what's really funny?
What?
So I hung out with my coworker today, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go home and, like, record a podcast episode now." And she's like, "Oh, is your friend gonna meet you there?" And I was like, "No, what do you mean?" She's like, "Well, you guys aren't together?" And I was like, "No, no, no, we're, like, across states."
No.
And she goes, "What? It sounds like you guys are together. Like, it sounds like you're looking at each other when you're talking." I was like, No. What does that mean?" I don't
I'll take that as we have good mics and good chemistry.
I'm gonna say yes. That's I feel like it's gonna be even more entertaining when we're right across from each other.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I don't think we've talked about this before in the podcast, but I personally have so many ideas for our podcast studio once we do actually move. And I'm so ready. I love
Yes.
interior design and I love the idea of being able to actually like video record the podcast as well and being able to like upload the videos of the podcast, but
Right?
I digress. That's the future. That's future plans.
The editing is gonna get a little rougher though, for sure.
It's okay. The video is the unedited version.
It's just the whole thing. No, that's we should definitely do that.
Our awful mouth sounds and, like, our terrible coughing in the middle.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I edit all of these, and the last episode we did, the mouth sounds the mics were picking up were horrendous. It took me 2.5 hours to edit this. 2.5 hours. It was horrific because, like, I kept having to silence parts of our audio tracks because it was just, like, mouth noises. I was like, oh, oh, no."
It's okay, it's okay.
Is it though?
Yeah,
My
it's
mental
fine.
I'm just gonna, like, string together a clip that is just all our mouth sounds.
Oh my god.
Post it.
Be real. Be real of our podcast. I mean, what I can say is, like, content creation in general is just kind of it's I don't wanna be that person that's like, "Oh my god, it's so difficult," because it is an honor and also a privilege to be able to do content creation, to have the time to do it and to have the resources to do it, but it also doesn't mean that it's easy. There's definitely a lot that goes into it, um, and I think you really have to be dedicated to wanting to do it in order for it to turn out well and to not just absolutely eat you alive.
That is so true. It's definitely a passion, and my parents are both like, "Who thought it was gonna be you, not your brother?" Because they thought my brother was gonna be, like, streamer of the year, like, content creation, and then I came to them one day and I was like, "Yeah, so I started streaming," and they're like, "What?"
That's so funny. You know, that's actually really funny because I was at my mom's yesterday. And so we had some family friends that were also there and like a cousin that I hadn't seen in a while. And a bunch of them came up to me and they were like, "So you do like actual streaming? Like you have viewers and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "That is so cool. Like, how did you even get into that?" And I was like, I started. I mean, I don't know. Like, because I didn't tell people before when I was a face cam streamer because I was really embarrassed. I don't know why I was embarrassed, but I just thought that it was going to make people view me in like a negative way. So nobody knew. I don't think even to this day that anybody in my family knows that I was a streamer before. But people know now. And honestly, the way that people in my family and like, extended family friends and stuff react to me being a streamer is weird because I didn't expect it. And it's weird in like the best way because having the support of people being like, "That is so cool. I'm so excited for you. I hope things go really well. I hope you have really good growth." You know, just really rooting for me. It's a little heartwarming warming. I get the little fuzzies, little,
Yeah, the warm
in the heart.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when I first told everybody, it was at Christmas. Not
Oh
last year,
no.
but the year before,
Mhm.
and it was, like, my grandma, my grandpa, my 2 aunts, like, my aunt's kid, like, just a bunch of people, and we were, like, at, like, breakfast, Christmas breakfast, and they were like, "What is that?" Like, it turned into, like, a Q&A of me, like, explaining to them the whole breakfast. Like, we talked about nothing else. They were just like, "Okay, so then what about this? Blah, blah, blah. Well, how do you do this? Well, what about this?" And I was just like, This is how it works." Like, I ended up pulling out my laptop and connecting it to the TV in the living room and being like with a pointer, being like, "This is what my stream setup looks like. That's supposed to be me. It's a little character that talks for me. And this is my alerts." And it was really hard to, like, show them clips without showing them clips, if that makes sense.
Oh, I've seen some of your clips, so I understand.
I had to be like, "Hey, give me, like, a few minutes so I could sort through them and choose the ones that I can actually show you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And actually, fun fact, when I first started streaming, this was actually one of the worst collabs of my life. I'm gonna say that right now. But
I know this story, and I'm excited for you to tell it.
I also felt really good about what I did during the stream. So it was
Mhm.
a charity stream. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was something for like women or something. I don't even remember. It was like a year and a half ago. And I collabed with like a bunch of streamers that I barely really knew, as well as a friend that I did know very well. I think there was like 20 of us. And I had been streaming for like less than a month. So my viewers were low, which is fine. I didn't have a big problem with that because I think my viewers during that stream were like 5 and I was balling with that. I was so happy with that. Um, and I thought everything went great. My aunt even joined the stream and donated $300.
We love that.
She was the biggest donation
Oh my
and it
god.
was under like somebody else's name. Like it was like the like actual like charity stream was for someone else. I was just collabing with them on top of their stream, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was like this person's name's stream donations, like blah blah blah. And so it was donating through that link to that person, to the not to that person, to the organization that they were linking it to. Which is fine, but I was like, that's my aunt, like, yay, like biggest donation, which is fine. Like I'm not like rubbing it in. And I thought everything was going great. And then afterwards, they the like leader of this, the person who like started the stream, um, DM'd me and was like, "Hey, we need to talk." And she told me basically in like a group chat that I was a horrible streamer and I should have never started streaming and I was just talking over everybody and this and that. When I like knew for a fact at the time that I had been muting my mic whenever I was speaking to chat because I was anxious, like I didn't want to talk over anybody and I barely spoke, like barely. Like compared to my other streams, even viewers noticed it. They were like, "Yo, you were talking a lot less."
Yeah.
And I got so upset, like unbelievably upset. I was crying and I ended up reaching out to that mod that we were talking about earlier and someone else I was friends with at the time. We're not friends anymore, but it this doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Um, and that mod that I'm talking about, he got really upset for me because,
Honestly, I would have been upset for you too because it was wild.
like, I know now definitely that it probably sounded, like, really heartbreaking because I was trying so hard not to cry and ended up failing. I definitely cried really hard on, like, voice chat with these
Understandable.
people, and I was like, "I really feel like a failure, like, I need you to tell me right now, like, you guys are watching the stream, tell me right now, was I like that? Was I rude?" And they were like, "Not at all, like, you're perfectly fine." Like, they were very reassuring, but it made me not collab with people for a really long time.
Yeah.
And even now, I have severe collab anxiety, which a few other people have noticed, by the way, that when I'm collabing, I do not talk as much. And I try to, like, if I'm talking to chat and can't avoid it because of like proximity chat, even if there's a raid, I'll like go into the corner and whisper my things. I don't remember who
That's
pointed
really
that out.
funny.
They were like, "You were whispering in the corner right now," when we were, like, in the ship in Lethal Company,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Thank you so much for the raid. Give me a minute so I can get away from all of this, so I'm not talking over other people." I don't know, I still get anxiety about it because 'cause I'm like, "What if these people think that I'm rude?"
No, I feel like it has a lot to do with, like, the personality of people too. Because like, I know if we were collabing together, like, I wouldn't care if you muted or not. Like, if you were just, like, talking to chat, like, and weren't muted, I would be like, "Eh, it's fine." But, I feel like there's definitely people that get, like, really mad about it, and, like, I understand, like, muting if there's a big group, but, like, even, like, with your story, for example, like, you muted and they still were just, like, jerks about it. I think it just says a lot about who they are, like, their personality, and obviously they don't have a great personality, so
Well, even now I'm thinking back and I'm like, "Why did they target me?" You know?
I don't
And I
know.
think this is gonna sound real high and mighty, okay? I think it's because the way of my personality was outshined theirs when I was, talking with everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And even looking back on some of their streams now, I'm like, "Yeah, I did kind of outshine them a little bit." Because then my
Well,
aunt was, like, the biggest donator, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." Like, you know?
yeah,
And I think it made them
but I
jealous.
think the thing is too that it's not your fault because, I'm be real, there's some people that I think are a little better suited to stream, like, it's easier for them to stream. Not to say that there are people that can't stream, but I think there are people that have a harder time, being maybe entertaining naturally because of how their personalities are. Like, I know at first, especially when I started streaming, I definitely had times where I was boring. I could just say that straight out. I was boring. One, because I was nervous because I was new to actually having an audience while streaming. And two, because I just didn't understand how to be an entertainer and a streamer.
Yeah.
But there are some people that can do it a little bit easier. And I definitely think that you are one of those people.
Aw.
So.
Well, what can I say? I pride myself on my quirky personality. I used to hate it when I was in high school, but now I'm over here like, if I went back into high school, I know I would have been even more popular than I was because of how quirky I am. I'm a funky, silly
Which is
little
fair.
girl.
I mean, I wasn't popular in high school, but I don't know. Popularity in high school, like, what is it
I
really?
wasn't
You have money, so you're popular?
popular, but people knew who I was.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, I was the same way, but it was not for good
I
things,
was
so
n no, I was notorious. I was notorious for
yeah.
showing up late to class with a coffee and missing a lot of school,
Valid.
and when I was at
Oh, me
school,
too.
I was a freaking party.
I Oh my god. I had a rumor going around about me, that well, it wasn't just one rumor, but it was rumors that stem from the fact that I missed almost a whole semester of classes.
Like, in a
We're not gonna talk
row?
about why. It was yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
damn.
Like, a whole semester of classes at once. I failed half of a year in sophomore year because I basically didn't go for half a year to school.
Oh god.
Um, but it wasn't for, like, any of the reasons people thought. It was, like, actually something really sad. I had lost somebody in the family, but people started coming up with rumors that, like, 1, I had dropped out or, like, I had gotten pregnant or I had, like, overdosed and died, or like people thought crazy things about me, which is wild because at the time never had like even I had never smoked or anything like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't smoke weed for a long time. People thought that I was like a a big weed smoker, and I was like, "Nope."
Nope.
Um, and people also thought I think some people also thought that I had, like, gone to jail or, like, to prison or something.
What? What?
Okay.
You
That's
in
wild,
jail
but
is
okay.
crazy.
Right. Could probably say I've never been to jail or prison, so
I mean, at least the rumors never spiraled out of control for like when I wasn't there. Everyone just kind of knew. I'm gonna be honest. I would like come back the next day and they'd be like, "Oh, why were you gone?" And every single time I'd be like, "Because I didn't want to come. I didn't want to be here."
very
And
valid.
so after like a while, people would be like, "Oh, where's Grace?" And everyone would be like, "Oh, well, obviously she just didn't want to come today." Nobody ever assumed I was sick or anything. They're just like, "She just doesn't want to be here." I don't know what you guys are worried about.
Oh my god. That would have been so much better if that's what had happened, just like, "Oh, she didn't wanna come,"
She just
which, I
didn't
mean,
want to be
technically
here.
was the truth, but oh my god, like, I don't know, for some reason, like, even the fact that there were, like, ones that, like, oh, I had done drugs and, like, overdose or something, like, those weren't even the craziest to me. The craziest one is that people thought that I was pregnant.
That's crazy to me. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I was like, "You guys, I'm still a virgin." I was.
Oh, me too. I
I
was
was.
all through high school. Me too. Don't even worry about
I
it.
was like I'm a sophomore. Like, I didn't do nothing until college, okay? Leave me alone. Oh
Uh,
my god.
oh god, dude.
But that was the one I took the most offense to, which is crazy.
I mean, valid though.
Yes, being a child. What a time. How do we even get started on this topic?
We started talking about like popularity, I think, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, I was popular in high school or whatever, or like I would have been more popular. Yeah, we got here like that. That's how we got here.
We need to rename the podcast from boba break to ADHD break. I think that's more fitting.
Oh my god, it's just two brain cells bouncing around.
Honestly, it is. Probably only one. It's Brian. He's working overtime right
He's
now.
running between the facilities.
He's like, "Oh my god, you guys, I can't keep up." You see him, he's slightly on fire.
He's bouncy like a bouncy ball, so he's just like dung 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 dung.
Oh my god, actually.
Oh
Our brains are actually the poles in the ping pong machine, and he's just going back and forth.
my god, yeah. He's not running back and forth, he's getting smacked. Boom, boom.
Yeah. Oh, not ping pong machine, I meant pinball.
I know what you meant. I was just gonna let it happen.
No, because then people are gonna come to the podcast, they'll be like, "This dumb bitch."
I just imagine the Q&A section is just full of pinball, pinball, pinball,
Yeah, pinball.
pinball.
It's a pinball, you dumb bitch.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're just gonna let that happen.
I
It
honestly
really do be your own friends.
honestly, I knew it wasn't the right word, but I also didn't know what the right word was.
That's
So I
why
feel
we're both just
just as
dumb.
dumb if I was like, "That's not the word," and then you're like, "What is it?" I'd be like, "I don't know."
It's okay. I feel like anybody that listens to the podcast at this point expects this from us.
Honestly, we've never hit any of this weirdness and lack of brain cells.
It's fine. I like to think it's what people, come to the podcast for.
Well, I hope so. That's all that's here.
That's all the sustenance you'll find here.
Occasional really smart advice, and then the rest of the time, it's
Mhm.
whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
It's okay though. It's what boba break is for. It's basically our podcast has become exactly oh my god, I can't speak now. Our podcast has become exactly what I thought it was going to become, which is basically just an hour straight each episode of us just babbling back and forth, talking about whatever we have to talk about. It's basically like we're in a VC, but we're recording it so people can hear what we're saying to each other.
Yeah, this is how my therapy sessions go as well.
We're actually just each other. Oh god, oh god.
Sorry,
I
sorry,
gotta
let me
go.
give you the brain cell. I took it.
Okay. We're basically just each other's for hire therapist when we're not seeing our routine therapists.
Exactly, exactly. I feel like I really
Yeah.
picked a solid title for this episode.
Oh, what's the title?
Dumb bitch. If you
Oh
if you
yeah.
guys didn't know, we uh-oh. Give that brain
Oh,
cell
here's a
back.
brain cell. Here, I'll throw it back to you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You see, we used Podcastle for, like, our recording, and when you, like, join the lobby to, like, record these episodes, it lets you choose a title. So today, Zara chose host, which is a normal title, like, she's a host of this podcast.
Yeah.
I chose dumb bitch because I thought that's what we were doing. I thought that was just gonna happen. So,
I didn't get the memo.
I mean, I didn't get the memo last time. What did I even I didn't even use the title last time. And you were like, what? You were like cutie or something?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
See, if I had known we were doing this, I would have put myself as like silly bitch or something. I don't
Oh my
know.
god, that's really funny actually. Oh my god. Okay. Completely different topic. My brain
Okay.
just went elsewhere.
Okay, ADHD break.
Yes, exactly. So, I got a gift card for my birthday for Amazon and I haven't been using it, but I finally did. I bought something. I bought two things.
Okay.
First of all, Jesus Christ. The first thing I bought,
You have the brain cell. I can't help you anymore.
it's malfunctioning. Is
He's super on fire right
he
now.
really is, dude. He's losing limbs.
Oh no.
So the first thing I bought was these car coasters that have like little cats
Uh-huh.
on them. It's adorable.
Oh my
I'll send
god.
you a
Love
picture
it
later
already.
because you need to like have the
Yes.
visualization.
Oh my god,
The
please.
second thing I bought was a new comforter. So this is how you know I'm getting older. I'm not a kid anymore, is because I'm excited about this. I also got like sheets
Honestly,
that match.
oh my god,
So it's like these
yes.
white sheets with like these pretty little flower decorations on it. And then the comforter is like the
Yes.
sage green. It's so pretty.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
I
god.
love
Dude,
that. Sage green is one of my favorite colors,
literally the
like,
best.
absolutely one of my favorite colors. Sage green, like, pastel yellow, like a dusty pink, ugh, the best
I literally
colors.
think of you every time I see something yellow.
It's just a combination of the best colors to exist, honestly.
Honestly, you're so right. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of these two things that I bought.
Yes, please.
So the first thing I'm gonna send you is the cat coasters because it's so freaking cute,
Those are
right?
adorable. I love
Hidden in
them.
the grass. Ugh.
It's so
And
cute.
then the
It's very Ghibli-esque.
right? And the comforter.
That is so pretty. Yes, like that green, the pastel yellow, the dusty pink, such cute colors
I
together.
used to be so obsessed with sage green. Sage green was my favorite color. And you know what? I think that my color
Base.
changes based on my mental stability at the time.
Mhm.
Because as soon as I like move from mindset to another, my favorite color changes. So my favorite color, I still like blue a lot, but my favorite color right now has been pink. Obsessed. I love pink.
That's fair.
But then before blue, it was red, and before red, it was the sage green.
Mhm.
And I was obsessed with that sage green for a long time.
I think I cannot tell you when, like, a pastel yellow became my favorite color, but that has been my favorite color for the longest time.
Damn. I mean, it's a good
Like,
color.
my favorite color used to be like super dark, like forest green, but not like hunter's green, but like a really like pretty deep green with like slight like gray undertones. Used to be my favorite.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I used to think that I couldn't like pink because it was too girly. And I don't know why, but I had this mindset that I couldn't be girly because everyone else was girly, so that it's like matching everyone else, I had to be kind of like tomboyish, which I was actually really tomboyish when I was younger, but I felt like since I had always been that way, I had to stay that way. So
I got
I'm
you.
finally
Not changing the status quo. You gotta stick to it.
I'm finally breaking free, buying pink stuff.
Yeah.
I have flowers. I love it.
I know you're really soaring and
For
flying.
real, for real.
For real, for real.
Topic change again.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay, I'm ready for it.
I'm zooting around in there. Um,
It's okay. A little bit of everything.
finding
We just
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we just renamed the podcast this episode to ADHD break and it'll be fine. Everybody will know. It's just gonna be different topic after different topic.
On God, though. I usually just try and, like, put the title as the 2 main topics that we refer to.
There were so many in here.
I know, I know. It's okay.
This is gonna be a super long episode today though, I assume,
I
so
mean, our
it's
last
okay.
episode was an hour 45, so
Oh, okay. It's fine.
yeah, yeah. So, finding a place to live for the few months in between me leaving this place and you
Mhm.
guys coming down here has
Uh-huh.
proved itself difficult.
Oh,
Because
no.
everywhere wants you to have a 1-year lease or it's just leasing out for the summer because it's a college town.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God. Yeah, renting is really difficult in general. Like, we just re-signed for another 6 months, and they have increased our rent by, like, $500, so it's a struggle out here. So I definitely understand.
Yeah, no, because all of them are like, oh, just for the summer, like move in now, leave in August. But I need to move in August.
It doesn't work for
It
me.
doesn't work. And there's this cute studio apartment, but it's from now to September 9th,
Oh, no, it's like you'd have, like, a month, but then you would, like, have to pay for 2 apartments because yeah,
right?
that wouldn't work.
I
Oh,
ain't got the money for
no.
that. So I might end up having to sign a year lease and then sublease the rest
Mhm.
of it when you guys move down here. Because that
Yeah.
also gives you guys a little more flexibility to be like, is it gonna be March? Is it gonna be April? Is it gonna be this or that? Because then I can just sublease what I'm
Yeah,
not using,
which is very fair.
which honestly won't be hard-ish because it'll be like a summer lease and some people come here for the summer.
True.
But then again, there's a lot of
It's a
places
very,
leasing for the summer.
very pretty place.
I don't know, man. It's just gonna be hard. Life is hard.
Oh, here.
I did tour a place yesterday that's across the street from where I currently am. And the girl I talked to, we
Super quick
like
move.
clicked. She was so cool.
Yeah.
They sent me like a Google form to fill out so that the roommates could like decide who's best personality.
Oh, okay,
And I
okay.
met the roommates and they all seem like very like shy into themselves, but they're like also very like together. They were all sitting on the couch doing homework.
Ooh,
And it would be like on the first floor, it's like looking out over a pool. And it has like this cute little
yeah.
nook where the window is where I could put my chair.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Right? The only problem is the apartment's really dark,
Oh,
which isn't like the biggest deal, but there's another
also it's not great for, like, mental health issues, having a super dark place to live in.
yeah. Yeah, that's the only problem. Um, there's another place I'm looking at. It's really sunny, but the person I'm talking to sucks at responding.
Oh,
Sucks.
no.
But it's so pretty. Here, I can actually send you a picture of like what the room looks
Yes.
like and like
Yes,
how
please.
beautiful it looks. And it's cheaper than what I'm paying now
Okay,
by
okay.
like a
We
hundred
love that.
dollars.
Hey, $100 is
No,
$100.
literally. But that's what the bedroom looks like.
Oh, that's
And then it has
cute.
like
I
a
mean,
walk-in closet and its own bathroom. And
okay.
then I heard there's a view out the window. I don't think it comes with like the furniture though, so I would have to bring my own furniture, which I would have to go all the way
Mm,
back to Arizona for, which I'm
yeah.
gonna have to do at some
Little
point
trip to see your
anyway.
mom. Yeah, you have to see your mom, you have to see Suki. It's worth it.
I wanna talk about what I wanna do for my mom soon, but I don't think I can because what if this is, like, the one episode she actually listens to?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. Tell me after we record
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
I almost said after stream.
After stream no, I heard that, and I was just said that, I didn't even think anything was weird about that. I was like, "Yeah, yeah, after stream. After."
Oh,
Oh my
no. My
god,
brain is still stuck
what is
there.
this
Um,
kitchen? Okay, hold on.
I was gonna say, speaking of stream,
Mhm.
when I was on vacation, I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I forgot. I met so many streamer friends. So I was in California. I flew out to Vegas, because that's where my boyfriend lives, and then we had two friends that flew in, and then we all four of us rode in a car together. My boyfriend drove all the way from Vegas to California. There are a lot of streamers that I'm friends with that live in California.
They really do all be down there, don't they?
They really do. I was surprised how many people live in California. There are people that I'm friends with that live in California that I didn't even get to meet because we just didn't have the time, or the honestly are very emotionally drained from meeting everybody and all the things we had planned. But there are a lot of people that live out there. I I don't want to be like, oh my god, this person lives out there and this person lives out there, right? Because I'm not gonna give out like their personal information. But what I can say is, one, every single person I met, so hot. I don't understand. Like, there's this thing that goes around Twitter all the time of being like, all VTubers are really freaking ugly. Like, they're so ugly. That's why they're VTubers. Can confirm that is not true.
Oh, damn, now I feel
Because
like I'm missing out.
every single person that I met, I was like, oh my God, you're hot. What the
Oh
heck?
god, you're
Like, not
hot.
that I should follow that up by saying I didn't think that anybody was ugly, but like I was a little intimidated because I was like, "Oh my god, I need to step up on my looks." Like,
I fucking
damn.
felt that emotionally.
No, because you're hot
Me, I'm
too.
hot?
Yes.
You don't have to
What the heck?
oh my god, you're funny.
I no, I'm speaking the
I've
truth.
literally never been told that
Yeah.
ever.
Well, now you have.
Amazing. I hope
Um,
to meet everyone at
but
some point though, for sure.
oh my god, yes. And two, everybody that I met on vacation, so fucking nice, so like down to earth. And I was a little bit nervous, even though I'm an extrovert. I love meeting new people. I love actually being able to make connections with people like in person. I was super fucking nervous. But everybody's just so nice and down to earth that it felt like I had been friends with them forever. And of course, we had like the initial awkwardness because we had never seen each other in person before. We'd never hung out in person before. But after like that first day, it really did feel like I had been friends with these people forever. And it was so nice to spend this whole like the whole week with them, that on Friday after we got back, we went out early in the morning. We went and toured Riot Games. Then we went to Little Tokyo, um, and then we went to Korean barbecue, and then we went to karaoke. When we got back, everybody else had already gone home or they were getting ready to go to the airport. Nobody was at the Airbnb besides me and my boyfriend. And I was very drunk. I had drank a lot while we were at karaoke, and I looked at him and I started crying because I was like, I'm so sad. I love everybody so much. I don't want anybody to go home. I'm so sad vacation is ending. And I do, so I'm not like a blackout kind of drunk, and I didn't drink a super, super large amount, but I did drink enough to be drunk. But I remember saying to him, I was like, I am so overwhelmed because between like meeting you when you came here for your birthday and then meeting everybody on vacation, I was like, I have never had such healthy friendships with so many people. And going from having a lot of really unhealthy friendships last year, both ways. I will say that I do have some of the blame and some of the friendships that I had and it being like toxic and just not okay. But going from that to being friends with so many people who are just so like communicative and super understanding and just nice and just really cool and chill, it was overwhelming, but like in the best way possible.
I mean, that's so good though, like I'm a little jealous you met everyone. Damn.
It's okay. I think we all agreed that we need to do another vacation next year because everybody now has to save up more like personal time off and
Oh, yeah.
to save up money and everything, but we want to do it again next year.
Oh, that's good. Disney again?
Oh God, I
Oh
hope
my
not.
god, okay, I'm so glad you think that. I hate Disney. This is controversial, but
So
I hate Dis there's so many of those mascots around, they're scary, and the walking,
that is
oh
valid.
god.
Yeah, I will say I broke my toe while walking around Disneyland. I don't know exactly how I did it, but I broke my toe. It hurts a lot.
Oh,
Um, it was good to have the experience. I'm glad that I can say now, like, I've been to California Adventure, I've been to Disneyland, I've been to Universal Studios. Um, I don't wanna go back to that.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you one little bit. Once, great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, the person I went with, maybe not so great, but experience, great, yeah. Especially since the
Yeah,
person I went with was rich, so they, like, bought all of, like, the passes, like, the fast passes for everything, and,
word.
like,
Yeah.
I ended up in a wheelchair on day 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
no, because my knees are super jacked, like, super
Yeah,
jacked, and so they were swollen and bruised from walking around, which is how you know they're
yeah.
fucked.
That's how my feet were.
Yeah, and so I was in a wheelchair, which we got to like, skip all the lines because they had to go through, like, the handicap area. Um, but, like, the whole thing was crazy because then she ended up, like, throwing a temper tantrum that she couldn't I hope she never watches this. I hope she never finds this. Anyway, she threw a temper tantrum because she wanted to ride in the wheelchair. We had 2 wheelchairs,
I'm
1 for
sorry, that's
me.
so
Right?
ridiculous.
We had 2 wheelchairs, 1 for me and 1 for one of my other friends who had a sprained ankle when we went. And she was throwing
Yeah.
a temper tantrum that she didn't get to sit in the wheelchair. And so I ended up getting up and letting her use the wheelchair, and it was the worst thing ever. We were, like, going downhill at one
I
point, and I
just let
considered
her
just, like, letting go of the wheelchair. C'est la
You
vie.
should have. Wait, hold on, I should not say that. But, like, oh my god, that's so entitled to be like, "I wanna sit in the wheelchair."
Right? Okay, okay, and then there's a recording and my other friend's, um, mail somewhere of her telling everyone else that, like, we took advantage of her and that one of my friends forced her to buy her a bubble wand when she bought it for as a gift. While I was there, she was like, "I'm buying this for her for a gift." I was like, "Oh, yeah," and then she turned around and she's like, "She forced me to buy it." And that, like, I forced her to buy me a tiara, even though the deal was that if I went on the Tower of Terror, which I really didn't wanna do, she would buy me a tiara.
Yeah,
And she only paid for half of it because we got there and she was like, actually."
of course, of course.
Yeah, and then she
Ugh.
told people that I forced her to buy that and that I was, like, mooching, and then she had the audacity. Okay, to be fair, I did stop for a lot of churros, but she was like, and Grace was just eating all the churros every time we'd pass somewhere. She would buy a churro, which isn't a lie, but you don't gotta tell people that,
What does it matter?
right? I was stopping because her parents were like,
And
"We'll
the
pay for
churros
any
are
food you
fucking
guys
good.
want." So every time we would pass a churro stand, I'd be
Yeah.
like, "I'm standing in line," and they got really tired of that really fast.
You know, I understand though, the churros are really good. They're better in Disneyland than in California Dreaming.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
California Dreaming? California Adventure. Definitely did not go to California Dreaming.
I know what you meant.
We did not go to that restaurant.
No, I literally stopped at every single churro stand. I know what the churros taste like all across Disney, alright?
That's very fair. I will say, going to Disney, I did ride a lot of the rides. I didn't get to ride Space Mountain because we stood in line for like an hour. We were almost at the front, and then they were like, "It's gonna be like an hour before the ride is ready again. It has to go down for maintenance." And we couldn't wait the hour because in 30 minutes we had had a reservation at a restaurant. So we ended up not getting to ride Space Mountain, which was kind of like upsetting, but it's whatever.
Space Mountain
I
was
did
okay.
not I did not ride Tower of Terror because of my back, and I was very, concerned on how it would basically mess up my back if I had gotten on the ride. But 2 of our friends also didn't get on, I think because of, having, like motion sickness problems, so they actually hung out with me while we waited, and super nice, super, super
Bro, my
nice.
friends lied to me. They promised me it dropped one time.
No, bestie, it drops multiple
Imagine the
times.
betrayal when it went up again. All right.
Oh, no.
Imagine the immediate look. The picture that they take when you drop the second time is me looking at my friends pissed. Pissed.
As it
Cuz
should
how
be.
dare they lie to me? I would have upped the price if I had known.
Honestly, just I think that experiences at places like that have a lot to do with the people that you're going with. And I definitely think that like if we can plan it, you definitely should come next year for the vacation as long as you don't mind basically third wheeling like multiple couples.
It's my life at this point. Don't worry about it. I don't know. I'll just attach myself to one of the
um
single people. Are any of them single?
mm,
Oh
no.
God. I'll find myself a single
Well,
stranger.
none of the ones that were in our group were. But we may meet other friends or have other friends on the I don't know. We haven't actually started planning the other trip for next year
Gotta
yet, but
sucker another single person into this.
you guys can just share a room together.
Right.
But I definitely think that the people that I went on vacation with made the vacation really memorable. And I've said this to almost everybody, but they are the reason that I believe, and I fully believe this, and I stand by this. That was the best vacation I've ever been on in my life. And I've been on a lot of vacations, but even though it was all planned down basically to a T, the vibes were so good that I didn't care.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you had fun.
Yeah.
I thought you would. I mean, I assumed it would be fun. I didn't think that anything bad was going to happen. Um,
No.
I had been really counting my time when I was visiting you. I was like, nothing bad's happening. My bad luck is gone. And then my flight got delayed for several hours.
Yeah.
And then I had to call out
Oh, I
of work,
guess
and then my boss tried to gaslight me, being like, "Well, we need you." I'm like,
oh.
"Well, I'm stuck in an airport in Atlanta. Like, I don't know what you want from me."
Yeah. Oh my god. I remember those texts when you, like, sent them.
I was like, "I'm so done. I'm so done."
But also, we should talk about this because I just realized we haven't had another podcast since you came to visit.
That's
Like, we
true.
actually, like, met in real life, like, in the flesh. We hung out for a week
In the
straight.
flesh. We slept together
In
the
the
first night,
flesh.
and then she decided that I was too much of a space heater.
Oh my god, she actually is.
You know what? I do. I run really, really hot, especially when I sleep. I, like, go up, like, 12 degrees or something.
Yeah, this is true.
Like, even my coworkers are like, "Why are
Also,
you
my
so
bed
hot
is
all the
broken.
time?" Your bed is also broken, yeah, so we were forced to be
Yeah,
touching,
cuddled in the
cuddled in
middle.
the
We
middle.
were cuddling in the middle, unwillingly, and she was literally a space heater, and it was awful, and I was like, "Oh my god."
I kept trying to move away, but, like, every time I would fall back asleep, I'd, like, wake back up right up against you, like,
Yeah,
there was no fixing it.
but thankfully, my roommate had a spare air mattress, so we did have an air mattress for you to sleep
That
on
first night, I
the
was
remaining time.
so freaking cold, but you were already asleep, so I was like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna shiver."
You honestly, no, you should have woken me up. I didn't so the problem is, like, I am very, like, temperamental when it comes to temperature. Um, so I get cold really easily, but I also get hot really easily. I have to sleep with, like, my fan, my overhead fan all the way up, and then I just bundle up into my blanket. But then I forget sometimes that other people also get really cold really easily and may freeze to death in my room.
Dude, yeah, well, I don't even get cold that easily, dude. It was just the air mattress, it was, like, cold underneath me, which was the biggest problem.
True,
So then
yeah.
I put one of the blankets that was on top of me underneath me, so then the top of me was cold. And even after you got me that other blanket, I was cold.
Oh,
But at
no.
that point, like, I was sleeping with socks, which is actually an
Mhm.
atrocity. Atrocity? Atrocity. It was atrocious. There we go. It's absolutely atrocious. Like, socks when you sleep, that's psychotic behavior.
I do think we ended up turning on the heater for the rest of the time though,
Like, the
right? Like,
last
my
night.
little space heater? Oh, I thought it was the rest of the
That was,
time.
like, the last night.
Oh, man. Oh,
Oh
no.
my god. Yeah, no, that was fun.
But honestly, like, the rest of the time too, like, we were just, like, hanging out and, like, it was just fun. We went out and we did some things. You got to meet my family,
That was a blast.
who say very unhinged
Half of
things.
your family was convinced I was, like, a distant cousin that, like, you brought back.
Oh, yeah, one of my cousins was like, "Is she related to us?" Like, after you left, at the end of the week, he my mom, when I went over after you left, the day that you left, she was like, "You know, your cousin came up to me and was, like, really convinced that she's part of our family because he was like, 'She acts the same as us, she looks just like Zara.'"
Yeah, we look like sisters.
And I was like, I wanna tell you, like, I don't think she's related to us, maybe. I don't know, is your dad a very tall, bald man?
Definitely not.
Probably
Far
not
from
then.
tall, far from bald. Although he likes to say he's tall.
Okay.
Sorry if you watch this,
Oh,
Dad. I'm
no.
sorry.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
I've been talking about how, like, he talks about how, like, he looks like Pedro Pascal. And I told my coworkers that, and they're like, "Show me a picture." So I showed a picture of him, and they were like, "Well, kinda like a distant cousin. That's kinda weird." I was like, "Don't say that to me. I used to love Pedro Pascal, and now I can't look at him the
Oh,
same
no.
anymore. I just see my father."
Like a bad stunt double, that's how you can
Well,
think of it.
Midas says that he looks like Sky does Minecraft, so
Oof. Oof. I have heard this before, but every time I hear it, it's just a little oof.
I don't think he does. I think that's foul as fuck, but
I think it is too, but that's crazy.
oh my god. Jesus Christ. Well,
But yeah, I think, the gist of it is my month break was really good for me mentally. I got to meet a lot of really good friends in person, and it really made me realize that there were things that I was taking for granted, but also I was taking myself too seriously. I was taking everything too seriously. I was being really hard on myself when I didn't need to be, and I just need to chill the fuck out and enjoy life.
that's so valid, dude. That's a great, great conclusion.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I learned on my month-long break
well,
in the TED Talk here.
what a TED Talk. Going all over the place. Oh my god. Well, I guess that's a good place to end. So, again, we will read viewer stories if you ever send them in or anything else that you want us to talk about, topics, anything like that. You can email podcast.boba.break@gmail.com. I look at that
Yes.
daily, so don't worry. It's on my phone. I get the notification if you send me an email at that email. Um, what else?
We also have a
We do have a
Twitter.
Twitter now. I forgot the at. I think the at is just yeah, boba_break because everything else was taken.
It's fine.
But we have a Twitter now, which is where we're gonna start announcing all of our episodes being up and where I'm gonna be posting any bloopers that I think are funny because
Yes.
I think that's important. Anything to add?
I think that's pretty much it. I think we covered it all. Oh, I think we're also so we were doing the podcasts every other week, but I think because we missed so much from me being on break and being out of town, not being able to record, I think we're also doing a podcast next
Yeah,
week.
yeah. We'll do the next
Yes.
3 weeks in a row, and then we're back to biweekly.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, because it was a little iffy. I had people asking me, like, DMing me, being like, "When's this episode coming out?" I was like, "I don't know, you tell me," because
When we can record it.
we're available. Also, my next week is a chaotic mess for me, so
We'll
yeah,
figure
we'll
it out.
figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be
Even if we have to wake up super, super early to record.
fine. I don't know if anybody wants to listen to early morning me.
If not, we can do it like super late at night or
Yeah, we'll
something.
figure something out. Anyways, we will see you guys next episode. Bye.
Bye.